Why? Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Sorry for the late start. If you are watching on a replay, please put in the comments #replay. Give myself a minute to get set up here. Tell me hi as you jump on. Tell me what you're working on. I apologize that if you're watching on Facebook, I'm rotated sideways, or I guess I'm up and down today. I'm having some technical difficulties. It's been one of those evenings, I guess. Get set up so I can, Nicole, you can't hear me. Well, now you can. Okay, good. Look okay on my end. All right. Okay, Melissa's giving me the thumbs up. That's good. Joyce, almost done with the pitter patter on clue 12 of the Advent MCAL calendar. Carolers coming tonight. Nice. All right. So again, as you all pop on, tell me what you're working on. I apologize that things are a little bit different today. YouTube was telling me I didn't have permission to access this. Facebook is telling me that I can't turn my phone sideways. You know, it's, why not? Why would things go smoothly for me? Okay, so let's see. Nicole, Jean, Holly, Terry, Joyce, Oriana, Mary, Aunt Jackie, hi, Jackie, Mercina, Linda, oh my gosh, whole bunch. Holly, finish your killer. Queen, Cowell, E, Vicky, awesome. Well, all of my plans always kind of go not quite the way I plan sometimes. I always like to get on a minute or two early. That didn't happen. Hopefully I moved around enough that the lights won't go out. Stacy started your out of line cowl. Excellent. Tammy, Mom working on your peer local. Well, I am working on all kinds of things, and it feels like all of them are in the same point, but at least it doesn't require too much thinking. So I am running a little bit late, so I will go ahead and get started. Welcome to Monday Motivation. Today is Monday, December 12th. My name is Kristen. I am the owner of the Little Yarn Shop located in downtown Saginaw, Michigan, inside the SVRC Marketplace. We are open, the marketplace as a whole is open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I did want to mention to everybody, the Boardroom Restaurant is now open Monday through Saturday. I shared a post about that the other day, but wanted to mention it too. So they had been only open on market days, but they've expanded that to be open Mondays and Tuesdays as well. So that's kind of excited. A couple more days to sneak out and get some yummy food. Melissa, any suggestions for a quick knit gift for someone you have never met? So Melissa's asking all of you, quick knit gift idea for boyfriend's mom, somebody she hasn't met before. So throw out your ideas for what Melissa could maybe make for her. She does live in Michigan, so it's not like she lives in Florida or anything like that, but it's got to be quick though, because we got like, what, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks till Christmas. It's crazy. Debbie working on your Coterie shawl. Excellent. So I have a lot of things to talk about today. I have lots of, well, a few finished things, a few works in progress, some yarn to talk about. I have, when I got here, when I got here this afternoon, sorry, Malcolm's throwing me off track. There was a box from Malabrigo sitting inside my door. So I have not even, I got the packing list out, but I haven't even opened the box yet. So toward the end, we will dive into a box of Malabrigo. So what am I working on? I am working on the first of my projects. is the Peter Easy Vest, which is a free Barocco pattern. It looks like that. Just a basic men's bottom up vest. It is done. It's written in pieces, so front and back. But I decided there's really not a whole lot to it, and why shouldn't I do it in the round? So I am knitting it in the round. I have a long ways to go of just plain old stockinette. I am using, so it's a men's vest. I'm using Barocco Ultra Alpaca. So it's got a little bit of fuzz to it. I don't think I have things reversed on my Facebook thing either. So sorry, you guys, things might look backwards. Ultra Alpaca, color 6279. Very specific. But it's this beautiful heathery brown color. I think it'll be great for just a, it's not for anybody in particular, just a shop sample. I'm trying to get some more men's garments in here. So this is one that I'm working on, and it is just, once I got beyond the ribbing, it is just straight stockinette for a lot of inches. 17 inches, I think. Bonnie's on Facebook or on YouTube. Oh, okay. Hi, Bonnie. Still haven't streamlined my system yet, but that's okay. So that's one of my just plain old stockinette in the round projects. Grind cowl and hat. Stacy, is that the one that you've been doing a lot of lately? I'm curious. Another project that I picked back up is what Bonnie is knitting on some socks with the Castle Museum yarn. Awesome. Hi, Ruth. The next thing I'm working on is the V-back tee. Which looks like it's the DK weight version. I talked about it a few weeks ago. It's one of the things that's nice about it is you can wear the V in the back or in the front. If you saw my post from Show Off Your Faux Friday, you would have seen E wearing hers with the V in the front. I don't know why on YouTube that looks super dark, but so you could wear it either way. I started this this summer maybe. And I just split for the sleeves. So now I still have the V going. You can see it there. Otherwise, it's just knitting in the round, stockinette, with every other row increases. But the yarn is Barocco Medina. We got some Barocco stuff going on this week. Yeah, Ease looks really great. She did her striping her own way, which is awesome. So the yarn, Medina. I think it looks like Medina. But this is going to be another good spring, summer top. It's 37% cotton, 36% acrylic, 27% viscose. I'm pretty sure I ordered some of this when my Barocco rep was in on Thursday. She's also my rep for Wonderland Yarns and Frabjous Fibers. So I spend a lot of money in talking to her, but I think Medina, I can't remember if I ordered Medina or Summer Sesame, or maybe I ordered both, but that's a fun yarn that should be on its way to me soon. My shawl, yes, we'll talk about that in a minute. The third project that I am actively working on is also in just stockinette rows. And this is one that I haven't picked up in a while. I was here on Friday. I finished the little girl's tee that I was working on. And in an effort to not cast on something new right away, I kind of had to root around the back and find a project that was here that I hadn't worked on in a while. So I pulled back out the Lady Mary's Comfort Wrap, which is a long, not very deep scarf shawl. And it's done lengthwise, so the rows are, I don't know, pretty long. And this yarn, oh, look, there's a random needle stuck in there. As I was going through project bags, and I know a lot of you can relate to this. Going through project bags, I found all sorts of cords and needles that aren't attached to anything right now. No, look, there's another set. They clearly need to get put back in their homes. But the yarn I'm using for the comfort wrap is this absolutely luscious, ridiculous. I don't have any more in the shop right now. It needs to come back. Oh, I might have maybe one or two skeins, but it is 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk, 10% cashmere in a DK weight yarn. So there's it's just a pretty simple lace right now. It's alternated between garter and some seed stitch and some pretty simple eyelets, but it's just so luscious. It was a pleasant project to switch to after working on my husband's sweater, because his sweater is a pretty woolly wool. So this was a nice change. They all feel pretty good. The cotton feels pretty good. The ultra alpaca feels nice. So I have some lovely things in my hands these days. Diane made Kika using Barocco Dash. Yes. Finishing woodland hooded scarf. Excellent. All right. So I will talk about what I'm wearing. I am wearing the Delphia shawl. This one is one that I knit a while back, but it's kind of making a reappearance around the shop. Bev is working on hers right now, and I know a couple of the girls on Thursday picked up yarns. It takes 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn. It could be done with 2 solids. The 2 that I used, the main color is Mermaid Shoes, and the contrast is Blanche Fleur. That's my non-French French. But it's not a very deep one, but it's nice and long. And it has some simple stripes. Really, the most complex part of this pattern is just a different way of doing the lace eyelets. If you notice, they're bigger than traditional eyelets, so it's a little bit trickier, but not difficult at all. If you ask Bev, she'll recommend not doing it with black yarn because she struggled with hers a little bit, but I like these nice long ones because they can be wrapped in a lot of different ways to kind of keep it on, keep it out of the way, wear it like a shrug, tie it back behind you. Yes, and there is this little picot bind off down at the bottom. Picots are fun, definitely. As a matter of fact, I was going to talk about this later, but it kind of would be appropriate right now. I have 4 skeins left of December's club color from Dream in Color. So they don't have a name for it other than December 2022 because it's a limited edition. Again, any that have a gold label are limited edition yarns from Dream in Color. So this is fingering weight, 70% superwash merino, 20% cashmere, 10% nylon. This plus a solid or tonal would be absolutely gorgeous in this shawl. One of my favorite combinations that I keep staring at is these 2 together. This December club color has, some skeins have a little bit more visible than others, but it's got this bright pop of that raspberry color in there that goes just perfectly with this. Look how beautiful that is. So I have 4 skeins left of December. As a reminder, if there's anything that you see that you want us to set aside for you, just pop in the comments and tell us what you want, how many, whether you're going to pick them up or have us ship them to you. If you wanted something a little bit more muted, oh my gosh, I have so many choices here. These 4 were put together as a fade option from Dream in Color for their month. I have it here. I just have to find it. For the pattern called, here's the photo, the wing shawl. There's one picture. There's another one. It's a long 4 skein. It's written and shown as kind of a fade. And so these are the colors that Dream in Color used for it, which is absolutely gorgeous. Diane, I haven't set one aside yet. So if you want one, tell me now. And then we can talk about coordinate colors. So, yeah, lots of choices. The 3 that they recommend to go with it are Tranquil, Spoil the Littles, and Rain on Me. So that's these 3. To knit up to look like. It's not the best picture, but there's the picture of it. Done as a fade. I like it. I was playing around with if I did a 4-color one, because you all know I like my jewel tones. This combination would just be gorgeous. I really want to take, actually, I've been staring at this since last week. I want to take these 3 and make a either an all point south or a magical thinking. The all point south is in the, if you're on Facebook, you can't see it. If you're on YouTube, it's kind of in the corner over here. But over the hedge, 3-color shawl. Just look at that. Gorgeous. So 1 or more would be great for this too. So it looks like there might be one that's not spoken for right now if somebody's interested. So we talked about what I'm working on, what I finished. I finished some stuff, you guys. So yes, Diane. Yep, I'll set those aside. I mentioned I finished my daughter's sock head slouch hat. So this pattern is written basically like a big straight sock. So lots of ribbing and then lots of stockinette and some quick decreases. Ruth, there you go. Perfect. I should have probably knit it on a tighter needle. I used a size 4, so it's pretty loose, but she wanted like a slouchy. I have such a big forehead, you guys. But it's nice and slouchy. Primarily, do I have any skeins of the yarn in your shawl? I do not have these ones in stock, Brenda. 1 skein, really a half a skein of fingering weight yarn. So if you have yarn left over from another project, if you have done like a shawl project that only used a half a skein, like a Stephen West one, or you could stripe it too. But this yarn was one of our souvenir yarns from California that V picked out and wanted me to make another slouchy hat. So at this point, she primarily wears them when she gets out of the shower to flatten her hair back. Butterfly effect would be similar in color, but I doubt I have any of that in stock either. The vibrant colors, they go fast, you guys. I'm sure we could find something similar. So that's one of my finished things. I showed you all last week the little sugar magnolia top that I was working on. Look at how cute it is. I got it done. So it's supposed to be a size 2T, and I looked at it and thought it seems a little bit big for that, but it's at gauge and measures what it's supposed to measure. So I'm not around very many little people. So it's hard for me to gauge sometimes. So last week I was right at that spot where that dark line is in there. And that was it. There was a knot in the yarn and then it changed colors. But I think it's kind of fun, just that little bit in there. I was about to transition back to the dark green again at the bind off, but I didn't go into it. So each cake it's the Cotton Supreme Waves. So each cake is a little bit different. So you'll get more of one color or less of one color. This one just happened to be more of the bright kind of yellowy green and less of the dark green. So here's what I would say about that. The pattern does not specify actual yardage that you need for oh, Ruth, how old's your granddaughter? That would that would give me more info too. It only specifies how many skeins you need of the specific yarn. And of course, I don't have that pattern here with me, the printout of it. Do no, I don't. So it says you need the same amount of yarn for like the 3 smallest sizes. And I used pretty much every last little bit of this one cake. I thought I was going to have to go into a second one for the last little bit at the bottom, but I was playing some pretty serious yarn chicken. So, and this was the 2 size. So if you are considering doing something like this, I would say pick up a second one of these. If you're doing the size 2, anything larger. Yeah, see, there you go. For the first 4 sizes, it says you need 1 skein at 350 yards, but obviously you're not going to use the same amount of yarn for a newborn that you would for a 3-year-old. So this was the size 2. This has 230 yards and it just used like 228 of those 230 yards. And again, this is that Cotton Supreme. So I haven't washed and dried this yet, but it will go in the washer and the dryer. She's almost 3. Okay, so a 2 to 3. That seems about right. Yeah, I've been just knitting up a storm. I finished my husband's sweater, you guys. It's been washed, blocked. The collar is still a little bit wet because it is doubled over, but I had to bring it in and show you all, even though it's more souvenir yarn from California, but it's actually from last year's trip to California. The beauty of Ravelry and putting projects on Ravelry. I started this project December 12th last year, and I finished it December 11th this year. So I'm saying I got it done in less than a year, which I think is pretty impressive for a men's sweater. But I got to back up because he's a little bit bigger than I am. So I have to show it off to you guys this way. But look at how cool it looks. So it's got this big old doubled up collar. It even has a zipper, you guys. I put a zipper in a sweater. That was a first for me. I haven't done that before. So the primary pattern is called Zipper Sweater Man by Petite Knits. It's written for just 1 yarn, plain pattern, but then I took the zigzag pattern from the Charlie sweater and incorporated it into that. So the Charlie sweater had charts for each of the different sizes for that zigzag pattern. So essentially what I did was I figured out what size I needed to make from the zipper sweater pattern, found what the stitch count would be when I got to that point for the, like where the chest is, and figured out which chart would best correspond. So I had to I might have had to add or take away a stitch or two to make the chart work, but that's the beauty of making stuff yourself, is that, you know, we can play around with things, customize things. He tried it on. He is one that really likes, he doesn't want any long sleeves. He wants them like right to his wrist only, so he could try it on. Sleeves are exactly the length he wanted. I'm pretty proud of myself that I got it done in less than a year, and that I sewed a zipper in. I hand sewed the zipper in, and that was not my favorite part. I was struggling a little bit too, because petite knit patterns, she's I think she's Dutch, and so her patterns are very well written in English terms. But she says in there in a few different spots that you could go to her website and she would have videos for different techniques. Well, sometime in the last 2 weeks, she's updated her website, or I'm doing something different, and I can't find her tutorial videos on the website anymore. So I had to kind of do some YouTubing and trying to figure out, watch other people sew in zippers and figure out how to make it work. Aw, thanks everybody. I'm pretty proud of it. He's pouting because I haven't let him see it, but it hasn't been, I literally took it off the blocking mats to bring to show you guys. So he hasn't even seen it since it's been done. He saw me work putting the zipper in. So that's what I finished. Let's see, I'm looking through all my notes here. Zipper sweater, hat, top, comfort wrap. What's coming up next? So what I successfully avoided casting on the other day, but may not avoid for much longer, because I'm into knitting all of the short sleeve tee shirts right now. And if I haven't mentioned it before, I love stripes. I love striped tops. You'll see a few of those around here. I've got, like, look, there are 2 of them right there. There's the elf top and the slipping sideways. And then the summer shandy is over there. But look at this cute little tee. At the Seaside is what it's called. It calls for 3 colors, but it seems a little odd to me to use. Like, this one is navy and white on top and then gray on the bottom. I want to use one of these blossom cakes from Wonderland, partially because I know I've got more coming to me, but because I don't have anything knit up with this stuff yet. And I want to make all the tops. So this one is called Gladiola. These beautiful corally colors. That will be everything where there is white and gray. And the contrast color is going to be this beautiful, what do they call it? Cedar. It's like a good olivey green. So these will be the 2. I really want to cast this on you guys. So there's the picture to go with it. So where the navy stripes are is what the olive green will be. And then the coral will be fading light to dark on the body. I'm just going to make myself finish one of the 3 things that I'm working on right now before I start that. So I'm trying to knit up a storm to get to that point. But the Seaside tee includes an option for long sleeves. The little bit of a trick with using a gradient yarn is typically when you are separating for the sleeves, if any of the patterning continues down your sleeves, it's harder to continue that gradient if you're just using one big cake like that. But this one is written for, let's see, actual bust circumference from a 30-inch at the extra small to a 47-inch at the 2X. So it's not a great range. in terms of sizes. Like I usually try and pick something that's got quite a wide range, but I fell in love with this pattern. So now I'm kind of, I can't get my mind off of it. I was looking to see if she had a picture of one with the longer sleeves, but she doesn't. I don't know if they recommend continuing the slight stripes down the sleeves or not. But pretty good, pretty well-written instructions and photo references in terms of how you're shaping your sleeve cap. A pretty neat look there too. Almost so it looks like a set-in sleeve, but it's not, which you can kind of see in this, like in this one up here. So that's my upcoming project. You may or may not see me working on that sooner rather than later. I really am. I want to try and force myself. Would 3 be enough for a T? 3 of one color, Diane, or striped the way the pattern is shown? That would be, so these blossoms have 515 yards. They're a 6-ounce cake, so they're bigger. If you did this one, total yarn requirements are 563 for the smallest size and 1,054 for the 2X. So if you striped these with something else, you would need 2 of these and 1 of something else. If you did it all in one color, I'm going to say you could get away with 2 cakes. That would give you 1,030 for the 2X size. Something to think about. Okay. I always have, well, for the most part, I have my little notes here. This one has, I have a lot of stuff on here this week. And Diane, I think I have 2 of those. I don't know if I have a 3rd one in the shop. So let me know, because like I said, I know I have more on the way. The December yarn we talked about already. Upcoming dates for things. So I talked to Deb. She is not doing her Monday drop-in class the Monday after Christmas, which is December 26th. I think I've decided I'm not going to do a live that day. We're going to take a day off and just relax a little bit. Plus, I don't know if we'll be going out of town anywhere. So keep that in mind. I don't know if I created an event for it. If I did, I have to go in and change that, but I will be on next Monday, which would be the 19th. Yeah, I will be on then. So Deb won't be doing a drop-in class the 26th. She will be back to regular hours, a regular schedule, as will I, on January 2nd, the Monday after New Year's. We'll be kind of getting back in the swing of things. I mentioned to you all that the boardroom is open Monday through Saturday now. This coming Saturday, the 17th, if you have little ones, kids or grandkids, and they want to do some shopping for parents or grandparents for the holidays, bring them in this coming Saturday from noon to 4. Down in the press room in the lower level, they'll be setting up, they're calling it a Santa shop. So each of the tables that will be set up down there will be selling items anywhere from $5 to $15 a piece. It's like they used to do with kids at school. You know, you send them with a certain amount of money and they can go through and pick out things to buy for family members, siblings, aunts, uncles, anything like that. So kind of a fun thing. I will have a table set up down there with some items from the shop, from my shop and from the bead shop as well. So I'll have some jewelry that Sarah has made, some holiday things. What else? Joyce is going to be teaching a class in January. Last week, I know I was talking about the sock class, and that's Suzanne. That is still happening. But Joyce will be offering kind of a similar to what Deb does sometimes. So a $10 drop in. So you don't have to commit to certain days to come or certain, weeks to come. But there is a new mystery knit along coming out in January, and it's double knitting. And I think she said some of it is non-mirrored, which is one of the things that Joyce has been working on lately. But she wants to do kind of a drop in on Fridays from noon to 2. Yeah, so there's the pattern is called the Cat Love Scarf MCal. The designer is the one that Joyce has been knitting quite a few scarves from lately. She has notes in there that you can look at a few of her other patterns and get an idea of, but basically they're like little blocks that you'll be knitting every week. It goes for 8 weeks. So starting, I think the first clue comes out Thursday, January 5th. And Friday, January 6th, Joyce will be here from noon to 2. If you want help casting on, getting going, having questions on it, for 8 weeks, Joyce will be here from noon to 2. And for you to stop in, it's a $10 drop-in fee any of those times that you come. And I'm excited about this. Fridays tend to be a little bit quieter around here, so I might actually be able to take some classes myself. There we go. Yeah, the cat season one is a similar, it kind of gives you an idea of, I think, probably the way it's laid out. So you're not looking at one big design for the whole thing. So I know it looks pretty cool. So that's happening in January. Let me look at all my other notes here, what we talked about. I think we went through all of that. I think the only thing that's left is to open this box of yarn from Malabrigo that I have sitting on the floor here. So in there is more Noventa. Noventa is one of their newest bases. This was the color that I did that. It just so happens to be sitting here on the table. This little hat with. Fun little hat. They're calling it a super bulky. It's somewhere between a bulky and a super bulky. It's definitely thinner than Rasta, but 90 yards and 125 grams. 100% superwash merino. Rasta is not superwash. Machine washable, dry flat. They are $24 a skein. So, oh, Melissa, that one looks really cool. Magic unicorns. She does have some really neat patterns. I've tended to shy away from double knitting, mostly because I feel like it's something I have to pay closer attention to than what I'm willing to do in the shop most of the time. So like I have my razor out here, you guys. I haven't even opened the box yet. And a lot of these are colors that are new to Malabrigo for this Noventa. It's not colors that they have in other bases. Do the right thing. Close up the razor. Let's see. I did get a couple more bags of worsted, Malabrigo worsted. I got some of their mixed bag, single lot bags. So this is their worsted weight non-superwash. I gotta admit, some more felted cat cocoons might be in my future. So it might have been a little bit selfish that I ordered some of these. I love using the worsted for it because it's a pretty good price point and you still get the fun hand-dyed colors. It's nice to knit with, and then you can felt things. I got more of the Ravelry red. That's what I used in my Killer Queen Christmas cowl. And let's, what else? Oh, some gray. I shouldn't say it like in such a boring way, but Cape Cod gray in Rios is one of my favorite colors. It's kind of, in my mind, it's kind of the truest gray Malabrigo does. That doesn't go blue or green or purple. So now Noventa. I got more of that beautiful. Need to open these. It just never looks the same in the bags. That vibrant, beautiful blue Continental. It's gorgeous. More Anniversario. Well, this is a lighter batch. Well, I guess it depends on the skein. The skein is a little bit lighter for Anniversario. This one is a bit brighter. So again, when you see a lot of Malabrigo now will say no dye lot. You probably can't see that very well. On the back of any of the blue tags, the way Malabrigo tags their yarns now, the white tag is the base, what the type of the yarn is. The blue tag is the color. On the back of the blue tag, sometimes has a dye lot. Let's see if this sweet, but nope, that one doesn't have a dye lot on it either. But for the most part, they're doing no dye lot now because these two just came out of the same bag and they look completely different. One is a lot lighter, one is a lot brighter. So you just have to keep that in mind when you're making things, so you can alternate skeins if you need to, or try, if you need 2 skeins for a project, try and get some that that more closely match up. Hi, Marcia. Mom, yes, that blue is your blue for sure. This is a new one. It's called Sombra de Palma. It looks, it's like a purplier version of Wales Road. So Wales Road is kind of like a navy and purple. This is like more purple with a little bit of blue in it. It's gorgeous. Oh, this one's cool. Umbria. This would be a great guy's hat color. It's like almost like camo without being camo. Again, a lot of variation from one skein to the next, but it's like this mustardy gold color with some green in it, and then some dark, like brownish black almost. It's cool. Facebook's showing me colors that look a lot more accurate than YouTube, but I never know. Fiona is one that I have gotten in Dos Tierras and Sock, I know for sure, but it's this deep green, a little bit bluey green, but just a gorgeous green color. Even the way this yarn, that's the beauty of a single ply superwash yarn. Superwash wool tends to hold color a bit more vibrantly than non-superwash. And I wonder if I could compare maybe a little bit. I'm messing stuff up. But this being a single ply, it just really, I don't know, the way it takes the dye is just, it's neat. It's got a lot of depth to it. Must have had big plans for this Umbria because I bought 3 bags of it, and normally I don't. Normally I order in 2s, not 3s. Huh. I'll have to go through my list and see what I maybe had plans for This one is fun. You guys thought this was bright, this Sweet Lip Bandas. Check out this one. I'm stuck. Sea Slug, it's called. It's so bright. These are so fun, you guys. I think on their own, it would be quite intense. I mean, I love this hat, the way it came out, just knit like this, but I do want to make something else with, one of these held with another color. I don't know, this bright one has, I mean, it's like oranges, but corals and reds and pinks and blues and greens. I don't know. It's just really cool. English Rose is another one of their more popular colors. I've got that in, I've had it in Rios before. I think I've had it in Arroyo and in Sock, but just a really, those two would be super fun for a little girl thing or even a women's thing. I might need to be making more hats. Yeah, those brights with black would be really cool. Even with the green or the blue would be fun. But yeah, that bright with a dark would be awesome. So that's English Rose. And what's this one? Arapae. I don't know if I got this last time or not, but I love this color. It's like opal. There are so many different tones in it. It's just, it's kind of a bluer, pale version of what's in my Delphia shawl, but prettier. I don't know. It's just, it looks like water. I don't know what Arapae stands for either, or what it translates to. But again, you can see the way the yarn is, even though it's a single ply, it is twisted and spun, and you can see just all the little thick and thin spots in there. One skein would make a hat, Diane. Yes. So the hat that I made was the, this little guy is the teen size one, but I had like 40 grams left of it. So there definitely was plenty enough to make an adult hat out of one. I would use a pattern that would be written for something similar to Rasta or another super bulky yarn. But lots of fun colors. So again, I can go over names of colors if there are any that you are interested in. So this bright orange one is called Sea Slug. Diane, I think you're talking about this one, the Arapae. I will set that one aside. Fiona is this beautiful green. English Rose, vibrant pink. Umbria is this rich gold green. I don't even know what to call it. I wonder if there's some sort of class, probably like an art theory, a color class that would help me better describe colors to you guys. Like 3 more. They just fell out of reach. There is the Continental, this beautiful blue. Anniversario, which is a little bit of everything. And Sombra de Palma. Sombra de Palma. This beautiful, it's like grape jelly, purpley. Lovely. You see there's this like, you know, little blips of blue in there. I don't know. It's just great. So that's all the yummy yarns that were in that box from Malabrigo. You might notice that there was not mohair in this box. I'm getting conflicting information from them about when the mohair might be on its way. My rep has told me that it's on a boat from South America, but the home office wasn't quite ready to commit to that. So if you're waiting for some mohair to come in, I know I have at least one person waiting for mohair for that rear view window sweater. It is on order. Hopefully it will be on its way to me soon. Well, you guys, I think I got through everything that was on my list. I wasn't sure I was going to get through it all. And Victoria and I were going to go for coffee when she got out of school today. And I said, probably I don't need to be overly caffeinated before I come on and talk to you all. I think I ramble enough as it is. At least hopefully you can follow me a little bit this way. Melissa, you're making motions at me. She's just making things. Oh, yeah. Okay, there was one more thing. I mentioned last week about some of the specials. The tote bags went pretty quickly. The neck lights were one of the other things that I didn't get a chance to talk about yet. So many of you have seen these. I've had people asking me over the last couple of years if I could get these in the shop, and I finally found a supplier. So some are black and some are blue. They are $20 a piece. They are bendable. And if you haven't seen these anywhere, they are fantastic. It's got a little cushioned piece around your neck, but it has 3 different levels of light, whether it's a pale light or a more focused light. I don't want to turn it on and blind you guys, but I have limited amounts of, I think I have 10 of the black and 8 of the blue, or 9 of the black. I'm not sure. So they're $20 a piece for kind of our not so daily deals. But yeah, I figure they're going to go pretty quickly. And I've had some that have almost like an accordion style cord arm on them. And it does tend to get stuck in your hair, or my hair anyway. My hair tends to get stuck in a lot of stuff, but the smooth part doesn't get stuck on anything. Great for night knitting. I really should have one next to me on the couch because the rest of my family likes to watch TV in the dark and I don't. So I usually have a side lamp on. This would be a lot less intrusive for them, I guess. Holly, yes. It did come in and I have yours set aside. So those are, it's right, even you guys, it's like right in the middle of my whole piece of paper and I missed that. So the LED lights, what else to say about them? They come rechargeable with like a USB style, not USB-C, just a regular USB, I guess, little plug-in thing. And okay, now I think that's it. Yes, so mom's asking if they were rechargeable. Yes, I was answering that question too. And yeah, you don't have to replace the batteries. Brenda, that's exactly what I was saying. Brenda said it, they work great when you lose electricity. I said I would probably have an easier time finding a neck light and using that as a flashlight than trying to figure out where I have a flashlight in my house. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Micro USB. Yes. Okay, so if you're watching any of this on replay, or if you jumped on late, you can always go back after the live is complete. It will upload to the Facebook page and you can watch it again from the beginning, see if there's anything that you missed out on that you want. But I will have these available. You all are hearing about them first. And we'll probably be posting about them on Wednesday that they are available, that are any that are left. So if you're watching this on a replay, it's possible I will still have some left and I can set one aside for you. All right. I hope everybody has a good night and a good week. And I don't know, hopefully you're not going too crazy with gift knitting. Oh, I did get my gift knit items done too. So I'm just getting stuff done left and right. I'm pretty darn proud of myself these days. I wanted to show that to you, but they are 20. Yep, Ruth, I think Melissa's got you down for a blue one for sure. And so if I don't see you all in the next week, like Julie, I haven't seen your face in a little while. I will talk to you all next Monday.